Hindutva ideology, they have stripped Kashmiris of all rights and liberties. And we must speak up. People who've been talking about human rights, values, this is the time that they must stand up and be counted. They're suffering. Kashmiris are suffering on account of an inhuman double lockdown. We've all tasted in varying degrees, what a lockdown can mean. Families, ordinary citizens have experienced some form of a lockdown. Just imagine being in a lockdown for nearly 500 days. हम तो 5 दिन तंग पड़ जाते हैं. If we have to go into quarantine, believe you me, we don't know what to do. 500 days of a lockdown. Just imagine being deprived of all fundamental rights. Communication blackout, digital blockade, and the demographic engineering that is underway since the 5th of August through amendments in domicile rules, the land ownership laws being altered for obvious reasons. I don't need to dilate on that, you understand. Thousands of Kashmiris facing arbitrary arrests and detentions, no charges framed, and picked up, put behind bars, for what? I'm not sure of. The parents don't know. Children disappear. Nobody knows what's happened. And the atrocities that have taken place since, we can start from 47, and you said, when I asked you that perhaps 500,000 people have lost their lives, fighting for this cause. 500,000 people. That's not a small number. You can't shove it under the carpet. It's a significant number. And even if we look at the rising since 89, close to, 100,000, over 95,000 people have lost their lives. Over 22,000 women widowed. Martyred, and molested. Thousands of women molested. Orphaned, over 100,000 children. Houses destroyed, homes destroyed. The continuous use of pellet guns. Look what they've done. Look what they've done to innocent children. You've seen pictures of, innocent children, affected, lost their eyesight forever. And the draconian laws under which the security forces, the Indian occupation forces are operating with impunity is known to you all. 1.6 million residents of the valley reportedly suffering from depression. Kashmiris today are truly humans without human rights. And that, is a negation of that universal declaration that we will uphold tomorrow all over the world. So let the conscience of the world wake up and speak up to what's happening to the innocent Kashmiris. The situation in Jammu and Kashmir, ladies and gentlemen, in my view, is untenable. What do we need to do? Through such conferences, Raja Saab, and thank you for organizing this. And I must thank the parliamentarians, the British parliamentarians who have played a significant role in, mobilizing public opinion in UK, and the effort that is required now in Brussels because of because of Brexit and, British parliamentarians exiting, the European Parliament, how we need to reach out to other Europeans on the issue of human rights, because they are believers of human rights. They uphold human values. And if they do, why don't you speak up? And when will you speak up? The question is, when will you speak up? So we need to raise the reputational cost for India in order to prevent atrocities. If they do, they must realize that there's a price that they will have to pay as a nation, a reputational price. I want to suggest three actions that we can undertake as parliamentarians. One, and you did mention that, and I will reiterate, establish caucuses in different parliaments. Because foreign office to foreign office, foreign minister to foreign minister, chief executive to chief executive is important but not enough. It is important but not enough. We need to go beyond that. And for that, the most important platform available to us is the parliamentary forum. How do we establish linkages? How do we reach out to parliamentarians? Every parliamentarian is a representative of the public. He has a lot of following. His Twitter accounts. His reach to the social media is there. And if they start speaking for you, it's not just one person speaking. There's a huge following behind that person. So how do we make use of that, so that these caucuses start safeguarding fundamental rights of the Kashmiris and start lobbying and become their voice? That's one. Two, how do we strengthen linkages among youth parliamentarians? Ibar, you have one. And the youth of Pakistan is a very a vibrant youth, full of life, enthusiasm, dynamism. How do we establish linkages so that in different countries, so that we can sensitize the host country to the plight of the Kashmiris? And the third point is, how does Pakistan encourage governments, local authorities, national commissions dealing with human rights to factor in the situation in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir in their policies and pronouncements? It's very important. And if we can do that, I think we would have mobilized and we would seek the attention that we have not been able to do so far. Today, fortunately, despite the political polarization in the country, on the issue of Kashmir, there's complete unanimity. And in this polarized atmosphere, we were able to pass joint resolutions from this very parliament. And I'm thankful to parliamentarians for doing that. One message to you, sir. You represent the people of Kashmir, and you are here. Tajammul Saab is here. Sheikh Saab, you are here. Message for you is, we, Pakistan, we will never abandon you. We will never abandon our Kashmiri brethren. Be rest assured. We will continue to support Kashmiris and will stand by you till the realization of the right to self-determination and a lasting solution is secured. We are with you. Governments will come and go. Foreign ministers will change. Faces will change. Stages will change. But our commitment to Kashmiris will never change. At times I hear statements, and at times I hear irresponsible statements made by national leaders. And allow me to use the Urdu language, क्योंकि अंग्रेजी में बात हो नहीं सकती है कि कश्मीर का सौदा कर दिया. कौन सा माइका लाल कश्मीर का सौदा कर सकता है और पाकिस्तान में जिंदा रह सकता है? Never. Never. Don't even think of that. ये वाज़े पैगाम मैं देना चाहता हूं कश्मीरियों को जो लाइन ऑफ कंट्रोल के इस पार हैं या उस पार है. आर पार मैंने नहीं कहा, इस पार और उस पार कहा है. So be rest assured, we are with you and we'll stay with you. The last point I want to make for the parliamentarians and who've been kind enough to give their time for this international conference, that be aware that there are do not overlook the threatening Indian rhetoric. Pay attention to it. Do not ignore the notion of Akhand Bharat, the expansionist mindset of the BJP Sarkar. Do not overlook the intensified ceasefire violations since the 5th of August 2019 and the constant fear that I lived through, which is a false flag operation. And ladies and gentlemen, for your attention, I have written 13 letters to the Secretary General of the UN and the President of the Security Council, drawing their attention to this false flag, need for a false flag operation to divert attention from serious political situation in India.
वज़ीर ख़ारिजा शाह महमूद कुरैशी बैनुल-अक़वामी कश्मीर सेमिनार से खिताब कर रहे थे. कहना उनका यह है कि कश्मीर के हवाले से बैनुल-अक़वामी सतह पर पार्लिमानी इत्तेहाद के लिए कोशिशें कर रहे हैं. हालात मुख्तलिफ हो